Hello, you all. Welcome to this mini conference. My name is Roberto Carlos Arita, and today I will talk about a topic that you might like, an interesting topic. I decided to talk about it because I consider, or I think that many people around the world are suffering this, including myself. And that's why I would like to share with you some experiences and also some advice that can help you to deal with this if you are passing through the same situation. Let's start. I will talk about anxiety. It says how to deal with anxiety by Roberto Carlos Arita. How to deal with it. But before starting with this, I would like to tell you how I started feeling it. Everything started in 2013 or 2014 when I was in high school. I started to think a lot about different topics like my life, everything. I started questioning myself about different things, and I think that's good. In a good way, it can be good. It can be good, but if you don't control your mind, it will control you, and that happened to me. From 2013 until 2021, I always said that I was good, but I wasn't. I wasn't good because I had a lot of things inside of my head. And during this time, during 2013 until 2021, I always said, I am good. I can control myself. I can control my mind. But that was not true. I couldn't. I said, I pretended that I could, but I couldn't. So what I want to share with you are some things that can help you. In this year, in 2021, I started suffering anxiety attacks, and it's so hard. Maybe you have felt this before, maybe you haven't, but if you felt it, if you have, you will understand and you will take this into account. I will talk about some advice that can help you if you are passing through this. And the first thing that we have to do is look for help. What to do? Look for help. But you need to look for a specialist, someone who will really help you. I always said that I could control my mind, and I said that I was good, and I said that I could control my thoughts, but there was a time that I couldn't, and I had this kind of attacks that I couldn't go out because someone could kill me, or if I went out, a car would run over me, and it's kind of hard. And at the beginning of this year, I started suffering lots of this kind of attacks. You cannot breathe. You can't also move your body, and it's weird. So I decided to look for help. I called a specialist, and she's a psychologist. I started going to therapy. And since that, I think that I have improved a lot. I think that when you are when you are studying, when you are working, and when you have a lot of pressure over your shoulders, it is possible that you can suffer these kind of things, probably caused by stress or different things. in my case was the amount of thoughts that I had inside of my head since I was a young boy, and also the stress of my work, the course that I'm taking, my classes in the university. I started to feel this kind of thing, and also because we are locked down, and in lockdown, it's probably one of the reasons why I felt like that. So I looked for help, and my psychologist has helped me a lot through this process. I'm feeling better, and she gave me different advice that I can do in order to avoid this illness, because it's an illness. Sometimes we say that it's all about our mind, or maybe we can say that it's only or are only thoughts. But when you can't control your mind will control you, and that's true. And she gave me an advice. She told me, when you're feeling, because I couldn't sleep well, when I had too many things to do, like homeworks, my job, the course, things with my family, and the pandemic, and thinking about different things, I couldn't sleep well. Also, even though when I was so tired, at the end of the day, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't at all. And that's the worst part, because you feel so tired and you want to sleep, but you can't. And she told me, okay, Roberto, if you want to start sleeping well, what you have to do is write. You have to write. And I said, write? And she said, yes. But what do I have to write? I said. And she said, your thoughts. The things you think when you can't sleep. And I said, okay. And I started writing. Every single night when I couldn't sleep, I started writing and writing and writing all my thoughts, everything. And I felt better, and I could sleep. And if you're passing through this and that you can't sleep, I really recommend you to write all the things that pass on your head. Write it down on a notebook, and you will feel better. Another thing that you can do when you are feeling like this is that you can walk. When you walk, you feel better. But when you're having an attack, it will be kind of hard going out in order to walk, because you think a lot of things that can happen. Like I said before, you think that someone will kill you, or a car could run over you, and things like that. Different situations, only bad situations, but you can walk inside of your room, inside of your house, walk and walk and walk in order to leave behind all the bad thoughts. It's hard, but it helps. Another thing that you can do is practice a hobby, and that's what I do always. I think that this is the best thing that I could do from a very young age, because I always, since I was a little boy, I played the guitar, and I think that this hobby has helped me a lot to deal with this. And it's just that sometimes we think that we have control with the situations, but we don't. When we think that we have control is when we don't have it. So it is quite important to look for help. I was the kind of guy who always said, no, I don't need anybody. I don't need help. I can help myself. I can deal with it. I can control my mind. I can. But at the end, I couldn't. And it's true, I couldn't, because I started feeling this kind of attacks. And when you feel that, you realize that you're not good. And you said, oh my God, why I didn't look for help before? But you can look for help. It's up to you. And you can escape. You can escape from this. Your mind, you can control your mind. Sometimes we think that we can't, but we can control our mind. So I just want to say, let me see. So before I go, I would like to read a quote that I read a long time ago in a book. I read the book in Spanish. It's called En Busca del Equilibrio, In Search of Balance, I think, by Wayne Dyer. And this phrase says, you cannot always control what goes on outside, but you can always control what goes on inside, by Wayne Dyer. It's a good book. You can read it if you want. It's called En Busca del Equilibrio, or In Search of Balance, by Wayne Dyer. It's a good one. And to say goodbye, I just want to say, or I just want to tell you, don't let it go so far. Don't let your mind go so far. Stop it. Catch it. And take away the garbage. As my psychologist tells me, she says, we need to take away the garbage. And the garbage is inside of our head. So don't let it go so far. Take away the garbage and have a good day. Good day. Goodbye. Thank you so much. See you later.